In this clip and the next few clips that I will be sharing, I will be discussing attraction mechanisms. Now, mechanisms is an underlying functionality that exists in our neuroelectrical systems. And I will be discussing these systems in relation to our ability to attract, with the aim of providing information to you, the listeners, on how you could engage these mechanisms, functionalities, or processes to improve your ability to attract the specific things that you wish to achieve. Now, an individual's ability to successfully engage their abilities to attract the specific dynamics that they wish to attract is dependent on several subliminal neurodynamic processes. These I have named as the adapter system, the electrical interchange system, the satellite communication transponder system, and the filtering. The mere fact that we encounter what we call bad situations, negativities, bad luck, or we might say we've been lucky or blessed, is an indication that there is the ability to attract things into our existence and into our space. How exactly that happens, if we have a better idea on how these function, we are better able to manage them so that we can use them for our benefits. In this short clip, I will discuss the foundations of humans as electrical systems. Now, humans are masses of electricity that comprise atoms, so that at any given point in time, there is enough electricity inside of us to light a light bulb. An individual could impact positive change on their behalf only when they come into a full understanding of themselves as electrical systems that interfaces with other electrical systems within the electromagnetic field. So what I'm saying is that each of us is an electrical system, a complete system, although there are different parts to our systems, but we can look at ourselves as a whole system. And when we interact with others, we are interacting with their electrical system. When we interact with a group, for example, we are interacting with a conglomeration of systems, and sometimes these systems become unified in their objectives, and then we are actually working with electrical systems that are unified, but it is a compound system. So when we look at people who come into agreement with specific things, for example, if there is a group of 10 persons and everyone in this group decided that they will vote a particular way, then that is a compound electrical system that is positively charged to engage in a specific activity. And it means that somewhere along the line, the internal electrical system of each of those individuals have been charged or recharged, or there might be some dispelling of doubts or other things that needed to be done to get this group to be charged in a specific way to ensure that a specific outcome happens. So once we begin to talk about the individual as an electrical system, then we are better able to understand why we are charged one way or why we discharge energy when we're interacting with others. Now, for ease of understanding, I would say that what we call the electrical system in religion and spiritual philosophies, this is referred to as the spirit. And in some instances, when the entire system of the individual is considered as a unified electrical unit, that person or that being is considered as the spirit man, being all the charges and all the atoms configured in a specific way to make up a specific dynamic, which is a person and a personal spirit that is different and identifiable from other spirits. So, foundational to understanding how we interface as an electrical system is having a foundational knowledge of the aspects of our being as electricity and the way that we function as electrical units. The spirit man comprises a mass of atoms which comprise of elements, and these atoms and elements are charged either positively or negatively. The state of charge is the ionic stage or the ionic charge of that particular person. So as an electrical unit, the spirit man could have an overall negative or positive charge. The spirit man could also have a neutral charge, and sometimes you see people and their spirits are just neutral. They don't have any impact, they have no power, they are swayed or sometimes not swayed. They look like lethargic being just existing from one day to another. So the ionic state of the individual spirit man is foundational to the way that he or she attracts or repels things that are entering into the individual's spiritual system. Now, the spirit man changes constantly, and this is because we are constantly interfacing with the electromagnetic field. And now when we talk about the electromagnetic field, this is a field of energy, a field of electricity where all kinds of thoughts are traversing and all kinds of other things that exist within this electromagnetic field, or what is termed the spirit realm, are existing. And when we are interacting with the electromagnetic field, or what is called the spirit realm, we are interacting even as we breathe with that realm. Now, the mere fact that other persons could have an impact on our mood and behavior is an indication that the human spirit or the spirit man is malleable. And by that I mean it is easy to alter or to change or influence the spirit man and thereby change that person's ionic state. Now, the ionic state, whether we are correctly charged to enhance our abilities of attraction, is flexible and constantly in flux. And this is because of what I mentioned earlier, that we are constantly interacting, whether we are consciously aware of it. But this interaction continues 24/7, every minute, every second, every degree. It continues throughout the day. And our spirit man, our spirit being could be in flux, it could be changing. And at any given time, our ability to attract the specific thing that we are attempting to attract is influenced by all these changes that are happening. Changes to our ionic state are determined by several elements, some of which includes the food we eat, the clothing we wear, the music that we listen to, the people that we engage with, both in verbal and non-verbal communication, the long-distance thought communication that we engage in, the atmosphere around us, our internal moods, our brooding, our internal thoughts, our emotions. All of these things come together to affect our ionic state. Now, I want to talk about batteries, and sometimes batteries die, or a battery or a charge is lowered, and when that happens, the capacity is reduced. And when we think of our spirit in the sense of charge, discharge, or as an electrical system, it becomes easier for us to understand the dynamics or the mechanisms that affect our abilities to attract and influence other things and situations and circumstances for our benefit.